Yo guys, back again. No idea if this is a new video or in the middle of the video or whatnot, but just gonna give you guys an update. So here's what's going on with the E39. Right now what I'm working on is I'm starting to fabricate my mounts for the rear bag. So I have to just cut this, just gotta bring that down right there. You know what I mean? Cut that. I just gotta cut 2 of those, so I'm cutting that 4 inches. The whole pipe is 3.5. So here's the bag, here's the fitting, and we're not gonna be using this fitting because it being inside the tube and that having to curl up can make this pinch right over on this side, and that will cause an air leak. That would not be fun. So I have new fittings on the way that are just straight up that I'm putting in here. So that should work out great. I'm gonna be making a block, like a plate on the end, welding it, and then I'm probably just gonna cut it in a square, weld it on, and then trim the corners out. Because that's kind of the easiest way for me to cut a 3.5-inch circle. Yeah, I got this little Harbor Freight cutoff wheel just for that. 18 bucks for this thing. I should have bought that a long time ago. I could use that for a lot of shit. The compressor here, I have a plan, so I'm actually not gonna take, oh yeah, I have a new line for the compressor coming also. I haven't actually tested this before, so we're gonna do that real quick by just jumping it with the battery and just seeing if it turns on for a second. It should activate for just like a split second, like just a short second. It works! I'm not gonna dynamat the inside of this because there's all these holes I'd have to fill in, plus I had to cut on the other side, or I had to cut this thing open. So I'm like, okay, better plan. How about I dynamat this piece that goes over top of all of this, and that would probably work a good bit better. Yeah, that's the compressor situation. The mounting is all done for it, really. I just took it out because I had to take the line out. So I gotta finish up my interior stuff now. Some good news, my computer works again. So I'm going to be working on the 3D printing right there and there for the paddle valve switches and the gauge. I might work on that tonight. Alright, finish off the rest of that with the grinder. Reminder, when you cut shit with your chop saw, wear long sleeves! Yo guys, so what I'm working on tonight is the holder casing for the paddle valves and the air pressure gauge. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a little drawing. You guys can see there's my beautiful artwork, and here's the actual paddle valve. So what I'm doing is just designing, I'm making a rough sketch, and then I'm going to take some measurements of things, like that height, this distance here. We have the clips that come out like that. I have to make it so that they can go in, but then you're able to press these things to pull it back out again. Also got my gauge here that I'm going to take some measurements of. We're going to be using these back holes here to mount it. But we need this area to be open so I can plug things into it. But I can use the casing to hide the wires and have them run through the casing into the back of this. So a lot of things I gotta think about, but right now I'm just drawing each thing, getting dimensions, and then we're gonna get on the computer and start CADing it up. That was really cheesy. CADing it up. CAD it up. CADing it up. Who says? No one says that. Designing. We're gonna start designing. Normal words, Johnny. Jesus. All right, guys. We're here in my basement. This is my computer setup. My kind of new computer setup. I don't know if you guys have seen my 3D printer, but that's my 3D printer. It's a Creality Ender 3 V2. 220 on eBay. Good price. Anyways, so now we're gonna start designing up the holder for these switches. I took my measurements, as you can see, very artfully done. We're We're gonna start with the paddle valve one. I don't even know what they're gonna look like exactly, but I am gonna make them pretty simple. I'm gonna leave you guys right there. Y'all can watch as I design these bitches up. Yo guys, just want to give you an update. The 3D printing stuff is still in the works. I'm still trying to get on. I've already printed like two prototypes and they both didn't work. So back to the drawing board, but it's all good. We're still working on that. But anyways, some updates. So right now I'm working on my bag mounts, my rear bag mounts. So I didn't weld this yet. It's just placed there, but essentially that's gonna be right there. I need to make the holes for in there to match the top of the bag. So what I'm gonna do is just use like paper or cardboard to make a template. I'm gonna take that fitting out. I have straight fittings on the way, and then I just got to get these holes lined up and get this hole sized up and make a hole in the metal for that using this drill press that I have right here. Right now I gotta cut my other one. Still, it's extremely loud. It's like downpouring right now though, so I'm hoping that the rain is hopefully like drowning out some of the sound going to my neighbors' houses, but I know it's probably not enough. But sorry, I'm sorry everybody, I'm so sorry. It's super loud. Yo guys, I have an update for the airbag, the rear airbag mounts. I have everything cut and holes drilled for everything. I'm changing these fittings to straight up fittings, but that'll be alright. The fitting's gonna go on first, then the bracket. But yeah, I just gotta tack these together and then trim the edges and then do full welds all the way around. And these are all done. I'm gonna try to get these done today. I still gotta add another piece then for to go across here with a hole in the middle for a center bolt to go to the top and be like inside the car. It's kind of more so just for like alignment, so everything just stays together right. I'm gonna finish those up today. Then either do that other part today or tomorrow. I have to get some washers for everything. All right, guys. The mounts are basically done. They're all welded up. Ignore the really crappy welding on there. They're strong. They should work just fine. So I need to now get I need to get a little bit more metal so I can make a cross piece to go in here. That's gonna have a hole in the middle for like an alignment piece. But everything should line up well. The bolts should go in fine. I just gotta get washers, that extra metal, the long bolt, probably just some threaded rod and 2 nuts for the big washers for the bottom and the top and all that stuff. So taking care of business one thing at a time. Hello gents, I'm gonna give you a quick update as to what's going on. So if you walk out with me here, you will see my finished rear bag brackets. Made that piece in the middle for the rod to go through. Everything on the bottom fits up nice and tight. Made a little ooh, little ooh face. This should work a-okay. Take these with me. I'm gonna go back in the garage so I can show you guys what else is going on. Ooh, these are really hot. Oh, those are really hot. Here's what I'm working on right now. Compressor. I put a sheet of Dynamat in there. Re-drilled new holes for it so it's positioned a little better. Put some thread sealant right there and put in my compressor line. If you notice, it's a rubber line because I needed a really long line, and they don't really make the metal ones really long, and if they do, they're really expensive, and this was not expensive. And this holds like 300 psi, so it should be more than adequate for the purposes of this. Yo guys, gonna update you again. I'm just kind of doing this like update style, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Just gonna do some work, give you guys an update, do some work, give you guys an update. So let me show you what we're working with. Compressor is back in. Started zip tying up the hose line for it. also have my rear lines ran. Both my rear bags are mounted. There's my one bag on that side, other bags on that side. They run to this Y, and there's a supply line going to the interior up in the front. Same with my front line is already ran down. So the rear bags are all almost all bolted in, hooked up. I'm doing the last part of bolting them in over here, cutting up some threaded rod, and I'm using these for my top supports. In here, we have the gauge all hooked up, well, sort of hooked up. The wires are ran, except the power wire. I'm not sure what exactly I'm doing with it. There's 3 wires on it, by the way. Not sure what the third one's for. But yeah, those coming in through here. Here's the rat's nest. So I have my 2 sensors right there. Those plugs are for some buttons. And then all my lines right there. Those T fittings go to the sensors right there. And those lines where the T fittings are my delivery lines to each of the bags. Okay, so here's the paddle valve switches. Y'all can see BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Dude, I love that so much. I gotta do some like LED work in here. I wanted to make a cleaner way to run my lines, but I didn't really want to stress them out, so I just left them like that and just tucked them in. Yo guys, thought I'd give you another update as to what's going on. So I kind of forget where I ended the last update with, but now everything is basically finished. Like the wheel is ready to go on both sides, essentially. The wheel, the fender well is back in on the other side. It's all shaping up. We just got to finish this wiring here, and it's like ready to turn on and start putting air in it. Oh, I didn't put the line connecting into the tank yet. But that is like the last thing. I could probably do that right now. And yeah, there's not much left to do, guys. Alright guys, big moment here. Completely different day from the last one, by the way. It's been like several days. But I have finished all the wiring. I'm gonna put on the battery. It shouldn't turn on. Now I'm gonna go put the key in. There could be several reasons as to why it might not work, but we're just gonna see. We're just gonna see. Okay, well it's not working. So gotta figure that out. Gonna figure that out soon. I rechecked my relay, made sure it was wired correctly. Oh, sorry. There we go. And it is. So now I was look at this out. Let's get all this out of the way. All these extra wire. Oh jeez, I'm making a mess. I changed this ground over here. I got rid of that one. And I put it over here where the taillight ground is. I hope that doesn't blow my taillights out for whatever reason, but I don't ever know these beamers. I never know. But I checked that. I checked that added circuit up there where the air suspension control module fuse went into, and it had 12 volts with the battery just hooked up. So I had tried checking from that ground to the main power, and I didn't get anything, so that ground was no good. So it might just kick on as soon as I hook the battery up. It might not. I'm not sure exactly. So here we go. Boys, we got him! We got him! The compressor works. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. I'm actually going to the fuse socket that I was going to earlier for the old air compressor controller thing. Let's go! All right. I believe this is a success. Major milestone. Major freaking milestone, boys. The compressor works. The wiring is mostly finished. I still gotta put in this inline fuse. I didn't do that yet. I was stupid. But let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. It's time. It's time. Put some air in these bags, boys. Go put some air in these bags, boys. I'm hyped. Yo, guys. Major update to the E39 air suspensions. So basically, it's almost done. It's done, mostly done. I've finished wiring the pressure switch, the pressure gauge. That's what that's called. Finished wiring the pressure gauge. Moved to some. I had to like pull the air lines and stuff. I had to do some other things. I still have to tidy up the stuff. Bada bing. I have 2 psi in the rear right now. What is this do? So let's see if it starts. Oh, wow, it actually started. Oh my god, okay. Car's running. I actually didn't expect it to turn on, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was not gonna turn on. I'm gonna run the compressor. Whoa. It's actually a little loud. Look at it. It should only be temporary. Oh, okay, that was making it worse. That not being tight made it so much worse. Let's see what happens. We shut this. Oh yeah, I can barely hear it. I'm filling the bag with air. We'll see if it loses any. Put in 30 psi. What does that look like? Oh yeah, she's getting filled. She's getting filled, bud. Look at that. Look at that. No way. Alright, let's whoosh it out. Aw, dude. I heard a kind of popping sound and bags would not fill from the tank. I think something on the tank side might have had an issue. So, gonna have to check that out. Yeah. Gonna have to check that out. Make sure everything's okay. Hopefully it is. Hopefully I don't gotta go into the compressor down there, but we'll see. Alright guys, it's a big moment. It's a big moment. Oh, I need to lift it up higher. It's a big moment. I'm jacking up the car. Put it back on the ground. I have tightened the axle nuts on both sides. Just ratchet tight. As tight as I can make them by hand. That's enough to let it sit down. Then we gotta torque them once I get this down. Hold on, I'm gonna set you guys up. It's at like 20 psi. It should be like regular ride height-ish. Let's see what happens. Whew. Okay. Not all the way down yet. Hold on. Okay, that's all the way down at like 20 psi. That's actually a perfect ride height. Wow. Dang, bro, the fitment is so good. Oh my god, bro. Oh, gee, that might rub. Oh man, it might rub. We'll see. It's a little sharp in there too. Jeez. We'll see. I might have to call someone for a fender line. I mean, this fender's already so messed up. Look at this. Look at this waviness. Gross, but wow. Okay. Alright, let's check the other side, see if it looks the same. Yep, looks about the same. That's nice. I really like that for regular ride height. I really like that, man. That's dang. Ooh, I can't tell y'all how long I've waited for this. Oh my god. I want to dump it. So bad. I want to dump it. But I can't dump it because I don't know if the tank is working yet. Maybe I can try to figure that out or something. But I mean, I'm probably done. It's like 10:30, 11 or something. I work in the mornings now. I can't be staying up late like this. But I mean, this is a pretty good milestone. Car is back on the ground and it starts up. And everything works. For the most part. Gotta figure something out. But, wow, dude. Wow. Oh, man. Those wheels were such a good deal, too. They were such a good deal. And yeah, it's all worked out. Okay, I'm not gonna get excited. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself now. I'm gonna end this real quick. I'll see you guys next time I'm working.